What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Reviews by Ryan channel. I hope you all are doing well at the time that you find this particular video. This is not a reaction to an episode, but I do want to discuss something that has been concerning that I just wanted to address to all of you. So first and foremost, I truly want to thank all of you that have supported the Reviews by Ryan anime reaction channel since I opened this channel up in April. It has been an absolute blast and a joy talking with the fellow anime community and other fellow reactors about how we feel about our favorite shows from the spring and summer season this year. And while, for the most part, it's been a pretty cool experience, running this reaction channel, seeing how I feel about it, obviously there have also been some negative responses I've gotten, and for the most part, the negative responses, are minor in detail, and they are, they do help me understand how to gear content in the future. So for any of you that have provided feedback and dialogue, including those from other fellow reactors, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. However, there's one bit of dialogue, and a very concerning bit of dialogue that I've gotten over the last couple of weeks that has resulted in multiple videos being rape bombed. And anytime you hear me say rape bomb, that is when people intentionally are disliking a video, not because they dislike the content, but because there's just something that they just don't like let's say something that's completely out of a reactor's control. And one of those things that's out of a reactor's control is copyright strikes from Japanese studios and other copyright and intellectual property holders over certain bits of content. So obviously, as anime reactors, we are already walking a very gray area when it comes to posting these reactions. A lot of times we may either use music background from animes, like that's what I do with my videos. Others may have their own original introductions, but they will put the video in and they'll have some of the sound from the actual video come through, but they'll kind of diffuse the background of the video. And then others will flat out pop the entire episode on in the corner of the screen or in the full background and make the video 50-50 transparent. And they'll just break the video up so that it tries to trick the copyright thing, so that they don't get struck when the video is in copyright checks. So there's a variety of methods that all of us reactors try to do. But we are all at risk of strikes when we do that. So one of the concerning comments that I've seen, and this has come from various people who've gone on my videos, they haven't even watched 15 seconds of the video, they'll click on the chapter, they'll go to see if the full episode is showing, and if the full episode's not showing, they'll dislike my video. That's honestly ludicrous, guys. It's completely ludicrous. On all of my videos, and if you took the time to look at the description, and take note, this is only directed to those who are doing this. So for all of you that actually read my description or enjoy my videos for what it is, this is not for you. But for those specifically that are going on my videos, not even taking the energy to read the description, not even taking the energy to watch even 30 seconds of the video, I wish to show you what I put in the description on all of my videos. So closer to the bottom, after I give you the chapters, I normally have this thing called disclaimer. And in the disclaimer, it reads as follows. While there are no intentions to violate anyone's ownership, should YouTube find major issues in this video, it will be removed and replaced with major blur and audio adjustments. Should this happen, I do sincerely apologize and will find other ways to share my reactions on this platform or elsewhere. And give me just a moment because I need to turn off my chat thing here. Awesome. Okay, so based on that is exactly what it is. In my first sets of reactions, I tested the limits of what I could do. First off, I tested full on letting the sound from the entire episode play through my actual reaction video. Very bold. I did that with my Magia record reactions and a couple of other of my first videos that I did. It worked out for a little bit, but once Sony picked up on it, Sony copyright striked almost copyright struck one of my videos, and I had to cease doing that moving forward. So that didn't work out. So then I went to doing it, as every other reactor does, but I wasn't using episode overlays to prevent copyrights from hitting. As a result, the only thing that you got was a timer, and in this essence, you would have had to have the episode video up on one screen and then have my reaction up on another screen, and then you would just have to watch the videos together. That is actually how I watch some reaction videos, and I guess that because I have a multi-screen setup, it works for me. Now, I understand some of you may be upset because you don't have a multi-screen setup, so you can't do that, and so it's frustrating. And I understand that it's frustrating, but you need to understand this is YouTube. Or what, and I'm going to post this video to all my platforms. So it's not just YouTube, it's on any of the platforms that I am posting to. These platforms have to be careful because if they're caught hosting copyright content, other people's IPs, intellectual property, they can get in trouble and possibly have to shut the platform down. So as frustrated as I am that YouTube has to do this, I also respect they have no choice. YouTube is a much different platform than it was than its inception back in, I think, 2007, 2008 when it first started. We were able to post whatever the hell we wanted on this platform or on any other applicable platforms, and we didn't have to worry about copyright issues. Well, that's not the case anymore. Anime is much more popular now. It's become much more mainstream, and as a result, it now gets scrutinized a lot more. And platforms like YouTube has to audit and make sure that they are not hosting copyright content. So that goes down and trickles down to us reactors. We have to be very careful because we don't want to get a copyright strike from YouTube. Generally, if we get 3 strikes, we're out. Our channel is gone forever. And I really like this channel. I really like where I've gotten at this point with this channel. And I don't want to lose this channel to something as ridiculous as that. So I didn't use an overlay for, I would say, the duration of the rest of the spring season. Starting a little later in the summer season, I experimented with it for a few episodes, and then I did decide to full on start including episode overlays in my videos. However, there was a catch with that, and that catch was on each of my episode overlays, I would make sure that the bottom third of the video showed the subtitles and showed where videos were at so you could see what was going on. But I did put up a full solid grayish white box that covers basically a majority of the episode. You can still see the outsides of the videos and you can still see the bottom third of the video, but obviously the meat of the video still had to be blocked. This was so that I would not get hit with a visual copyright. When the copyright algorithm here on YouTube checks, it checks for audio copyrights and it checks for visual copyrights. And if it picks up on either of those things, it will block the video from being viewed anywhere, especially if it's a Sony production. Anything under Aniplex is going to automatically get blocked because out of all of the copyright people I've had experience with, Sony doesn't like any of their content being shown. Shoot, they barely like us using their background song, the instrumentals for their songs. So as a result, that is what I had to do. Some of you have come on my feed lately, you've commented, this is ludicrous, you're ruining our experience, and you dislike my video and you haven't even watched 15 seconds of it just because you don't like that. And I think that's not right, and I think that's not fair, and that unfairly punishes my channel when it's something that is completely out of my hands. Any reactor for any anime that I currently watch, big reactors and small reactors like myself, have to use some type of overlay. Either they make a translucent background, transparent/translucent, or what is very common amongst especially the big reactors, they'll just skip around the episode. So they'll show the beginning and then every 5 to 10 seconds you'll see them skip and stutter the video to another scene, and they'll do that for the duration of the episode. Now that is something, as a courtesy to y'all, I don't do. And I think that is big because almost every reactor does that now to further avoid potential copyright strikes. And not only do they do that, but when they are on the episode overlay is still translucent. So this brings me to the major point of why I wanted to make this video. It's not right that you guys are coming on my videos and you're rate bombing my videos, not because you actually dislike the content, which is perfectly fine, but because you're not happy that we have to do what's necessary to avoid copyrights. You are on YouTube, if you're watching some Bilibili or anywhere else, we have to avoid copyrights. We don't want to lose our channels, guys. It's nothing. We're sorry that we have to do that, but we have to do what we have to do. We're walking a very gray area doing anime reaction channels, and out of respect for people's intellectual property and making sure that our channels remain safe, unfortunately, we have to do things like blocking over the overlay a little bit so that we don't get hit for literally showing a full episode. And that's just what it's going to be. And I'm going to be fair. Please be happy that I'm able to still have the episode overlay. YouTube gets finicky with this kind of stuff every day, and we could wake up tomorrow as anime reactors and find out they don't even like that. They could flag our videos and say you can't include anything related to the actual episode visually on the screen. And if that happens, bye-bye overlays completely. So it's just the nature of the beast. Now, I am considering, and this is only if there is enough support for it, which right now there isn't. My channel is still small. I only have a little over 250 subscribers on here. I would have to get at least to the 1,000 subscriber mark before I even considered it. It is possible much later in the future, if I'm still actively running the channel, that I could decide to do a little $5 Patreon, et cetera, thing where if you pay, a very, very small fee, that you can see my reactions fully unaltered. It'll still be, a smaller overlay box, but it won't be blocked. So the box will be completely exposed. You'll be able to see the complete episode, and you'll be able to listen to the volume at a lower level, because obviously I'm reacting to it. So I don't want the video episode to overtalk me or vice versa. But I will have a fully unaltered, uncensored episode reaction on a platform like that. That is something that I will consider, but my channel is simply not big enough. It's not worth the effort or time to even set something up like that. I just wanted to establish a fan base for my reactions. That's what I cared more about. And so we'll see well into the future if that's something I decide to do. But for right now, this is the very best that I can do, guys. So I'm very sorry for those of you that are unhappy that this is what I have to do. I understand it's frustrating. And I understand that you may only have one screen, which is why you can't watch double thing. For me personally, I actually have a 3-screen setup. I have a screen here, a screen here, and a screen here. So obviously it's very easy for me to do that. But I know it's something many of you do not have that luxury, and I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I cannot change that. I cannot risk my channel getting struck. So I wanted to make this video to emphasize that, and I wanted to release this video before my Made in Abyss reaction, as many of us in the Made in Abyss community are preparing for its finale today, because it's going to be the same as it's always been. It's going to have the episode, but it's going to have the censor block there to ensure I don't get struck. So thank you for listening to this. And again, for the vast majority of you that this has not been an issue with, thank you so much for your continued support. It's been an absolute blast this spring and summer season reacting to some of your favorite animes. And I do look forward to continuing this channel in the future. So thank you for watching this. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And for those of you who will be watching my Made in Abyss reaction after you watch this video, look forward to hell. I'll catch y'all at a later time.